Easter changes everything. And I mean everything. Easter changes the grip that sin and death once had on us. Easter changes despair into hope. Easter changes us. Easter and the resurrection that we celebrate might even change the way we view Jesus himself. Hey guys, this is the part where I usually say, welcome to 30 on Thursdays, the online resource of the Root Church of Tampa Bay. However, instead of 30 or Thursday, this special episode is more like 7 on Sunday. Easter Sunday, that is. Either way, Pastor David here with you, and in this special episode, I want to share a quick Easter reflection with you that's impacted and guided my life for several decades. It comes from a book entitled The Jesus I Never Knew, written by Philip Yancey. In the closing chapters, Yancey ponders two very important questions. The first is, what if Jesus' resurrection never happened? And the second is, what if Jesus' resurrection is true? Here's his honest and insightful answer. In many respects, I would find an unresurrected Jesus easier to accept. Easter makes him dangerous. Because of Easter, I have to listen to his extravagant claims and can no longer pick and choose from his sayings. Moreover, Easter means he must be loose out there somewhere. Like the disciples, I never know where Jesus might turn up, how he might speak to me, what he might ask of me. He's right, you know. An unresurrected Jesus is understandable. An unresurrected Jesus is safe. An unresurrected Jesus might even be appealing. But a resurrected Jesus? And I was dead, but now I'm alive again Jesus? Yeah, Jesus' resurrection does make him dangerous. But not dangerous in the sense that he might beat you up on the playground or rob you in a back alley. No. Dangerous in the fact that he made some outrageous statements. The main one being that he would rise from the dead on the third day, and then he went and rose from the dead on the third day. If Jesus was right about that claim, and it looks like he was, then we've got to take all of his claims under serious consideration. The resurrection means that each of us are on the hook for all the things that Jesus said and taught, no matter how demanding they might be. For instance, the resurrection means we must love others as much as we love ourselves. The resurrection means we must forgive others as we've been forgiven. The resurrection means hell is real and heaven depends on knowing him. It means we must serve faithfully and give generously. It means we must know his word, share our faith, and disciple others. It means Jesus is coming back to judge the entire world. The resurrection means Jesus is Lord. The resurrection means Jesus was telling the truth about himself and everything else. And so the resurrection means that we have to obey everything that Jesus said. Now it might sound dangerous, but what Jesus did this morning impacts how I live this afternoon. Easter Sunday dictates the way I live Easter Monday and every day for the rest of my life. Now, around the globe today, millions of people will walk into a sanctuary because it's Easter, not fully realizing what it means or the implications that the resurrection makes upon their lives. And so they probably won't walk back into church again until Christmas. You know the type. Now that sort of emptiness is not what Jesus called us to, so don't make their mistake. Instead, realize what Easter truly means. Easter means that Jesus is alive. Easter means that he is loose out there doing Lion of the tribe of Judah stuff. And Easter means that no matter what Jesus says, his word must define who we are and how we live. Now, if your life needs to be changed by Christ and his resurrection, here's what I suggest. Stop treating Jesus like a religious buffet. Look, we don't get to pick and choose which parts of Jesus we can accept or reject. Jesus will not be broken down and taken apart to our liking. We embrace all of Jesus or none of Jesus. The same Jesus who who turned water into wine and healed the sick and walked on water, the same Jesus who raised the dead, is the exact same Jesus who demands we deny ourselves, take up our cross, and follow him every single day. Jesus isn't a spiritual smorgasbord. He's the Savior and Lord. And so, put your faith in the risen Jesus. Look, I get it, okay? The resurrection is a demanding proposition. We're called to believe a man died and then, under his own power, rose from the dead. But this isn't a problem for Jesus, who just so happens to be the unique Son of God who proved his identity by defeating sin, Satan, and the grave. If Jesus can be trusted to overcome death, he can be trusted then to guide your life. So put your faith in good hands, his pierced hands. And lastly, follow Jesus in full obedience. Yes, Jesus is worthy of our faith, but he's also worthy of our devotion. So make sure your faith leads to action. Jesus' victory on Easter morning was total and complete. Our obedience to him should be as well. The very least that we can do is live for the one who died for us. So let's follow Jesus in full obedience. Now, if that sounds a little dangerous to you, so be it. The tomb is empty, the resurrection is true, and the Savior is alive forevermore. That's what Easter means, at least in part. Why don't you take a moment and drop a comment down below letting us know what Easter means to you? And if you're looking for a great way to spend part of your Easter, then check out the short Bible study we've put down in the description box beneath this video. It'll walk you and your loved ones through that ancient story and stir you to follow Jesus even more boldly in the coming days and weeks. We want you to have a great Easter so we can meet you right back here for the very next episode of 30 on Thursdays.